YouTube is a lie. But before we get into that, let's go get some food, shall we?
Spend my time feeling like I never understood it. Taking shots at my
Bodegas.
yeah. But I feel good now. I feel alive now. You can't pretend this is a trend that you deserve now. Yeah.
The bag has been acquired. I've been making content for about 4 years now, and I've been a musical artist and producer for about 10. I can safely say that there are a lot of pros and cons to being a YouTuber and a content creator. As I dive into this video, I want to preface that I love making content, and I hope I can do it for the remainder of my days. But there are a few key points that I want to point out that I think need to be better explained for smaller creators specifically, and we're going to get into that in just a second. First, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, me. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, as well as my own money from working, part-time job or selling merch or anything like that. It usually goes right back into the channel and right back into my music. So if you ever feel so inclined, I have a website and merch that is for sale at all times. I also do musical commissions if you ever need any help with music or anything involving your streams, or just if you're an artist and want beats, I can help you with that, as well as being a consult for anything music related. I've got you. So please feel free to contact me on my website, johnnylemons.com, and I will always be there to help you with any of your musical needs. Now, let's get into the video. So my first talking point that I want to bring up is what's called the niche. So a lot of YouTube channels will specifically say that you need to pick a niche for your channel. I agree to that to an extent, because if you're, say, a gardener and you love making gardening videos, then that makes sense. That's your niche. But as a, we'll say, influencer or just person of interest, I think focusing more on your brand is going to benefit you in the long game. So for myself, as an example, I do music content and gaming content. And sometimes people go, well, why don't you just pick one or the other? Well, for me, I love both. I'm very passionate about both. I am represented by an esports organization called YFP. I obviously do music commissions and I release music as an artist, and I like those two worlds, and I believe that they can fit together. When I think about smaller creators getting started, I think your brand is going to be the most important thing, right? Who are you? What kind of personality do you have? What kind of audience would you like to have? Are there certain types of ways you would like to make your content, etc.? I think it's more important that your brand and your name is what becomes kind of the foothold to your content, because you are the one representing your own content, no one else. So I think the niche is true to a degree, but I think your brand ultimately is going to be more important. And that will take time. There's no perfect method to building a brand. Give yourself some credit, because if you're already at this point putting out YouTube videos, live streaming, etc., you're already miles ahead of most people on the platform. So give yourself a round of applause for that, because that's a huge accomplishment, period, is to even get in front of the camera and talk or game or make music, etc. So I say focus on the brand first. The second point I want to make, and that a lot of videos point out, is that consistency is key. Now, again, I agree to that to an extent, but it's kind of impossible for a lot of us to post 3 TikToks a day, stream 2 to 3 times a week, post 1 to 2 videos a week. A lot of content that they're saying you need to make if you want to grow faster. Personally, I think you can be consistent within your bandwidth. Not all of us have that kind of time, and that's okay. I think there's plenty of people out there that work full time, have side hustles, they stream, they make YouTube videos, and that's okay. But don't go so hard on yourself when you can't meet those imaginary requirements. Because again, it's your brand. It's your content. You make the time that you have to build it out. And as it grows, then yeah, move your time around more so that you focus more on the content and less on the other stuff that you don't need as much anymore. I think it's very important to always take breaks and to make sure that you're making content that you love and not just pumping out content because you feel like you have to. So be consistent, but do it within your means. That's okay. We're all doing this together, and it's going to take some time. And this leads into my next point as well, which is running your YouTube like a business. Now, again, I think as you grow and you get to a much larger point, you should do that, right? It's important to understand the business mechanics of being a content creator and having multiple income streams, etc. But Don't worry about that right now. As a small creator, it's okay to just focus on the content and have fun. I think the best quote I heard was from a YouTube short from Valkyrae, and she said,
"Do not quit your job and/or get a real job first. Do streaming as a hobby."
Because it's just not worth quitting your full-time job and losing all of your income to try and focus all of your time on this. Because at the end of the day, well, unfortunately, you kind of need that money. We got to pay bills, and that's okay. So make sure that you're having fun doing it and know that this is, again, a long-term thing that we're working towards. And we're all doing this together. I'm right there with you. I mean, I barely have 500 subscribers and about 1,000-ish watch hours, but I love making content and I love building communities and enjoying what I do with the people that enjoy doing it with me. And so again, take your time, have fun, and make sure the content is what you want and not what you think everyone else wants. Because the people that will appreciate your authenticity are the ones that are going to stick around for the long haul. At the end of the day, being a content creator should be fun. As far as I'm concerned, it's the truest form of creativity that we have. Just like making music. So be kind to yourself and enjoy the process. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And I didn't say this before, but please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, because at the end of the day, if I don't make a lot of money from YouTube, that's okay. But the one thing that I would love is to have more community and more people here. So please feel free to join. We'd love to have you on the Discord. I'd love to talk to you guys more and just get connected. So thank you again for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, but I feel good now. I feel alive now. You can't pretend this is a trend that you deserve now. Yeah.